last and final example number 5 of 3-7. Here we go. So again, you might be freaking out mildly because there's a fraction here to distribute, but this is actually a better fraction than our last example because it's just a simple 1 over something. So I am starting to distribute that negative 1/8 to both pieces inside the parentheses there. And so just like we did before, I'm going to turn both of those whole numbers into fractions by putting them over 1. And I'm just going to pull this out and look at this a little bit more organized here. So negative 1/8 times 64 over 1 is just really 64 over negative 8. And then you just do that division. 64 divided by your negative 8 turns out to be a nice normal negative 8. And then looking at the second piece there, that negative 1/8 times 40x over 1. Notice how I didn't leave out the x. I kept that piece right in there so I don't lose it. So that's going to be another negative 40x on the top over 8. And here again, I can do this division. Even though the 40 has an x and the 8 doesn't, we are allowed to multiply and divide pieces that are not like. Just like with fractions. With fractions, when we're adding and subtracting, we need common denominators. But multiplying and dividing, all the rules are off and we don't. Same kind of thing with like terms. When you're adding and subtracting, you need to have like terms. They need to have the same variable and that same exponent. Whereas if you're multiplying and dividing, they don't need to be like terms. So negative 40 divided by 8 is going to be a negative 5, and just carry down that x. So there is my final simplified answer, because negative 8 and negative 5 are negative 5x, are not like terms. So notice when I'm multiplying by a fraction that's 1 over something, I really just took both of those pieces and just divided them by 8. Maybe you can see that in the future. All right.